Have you ever walked away from someone, only to realize later that they were unlike anyone you'd ever met? That the connection you shared was something rare, something precious that you couldn't quite replicate no matter how hard you tried? Today, we're talking about the chosen ones, those extraordinary individuals whose presence transforms everything around them. If you've ever felt like you carry something special within you, something that others don't always recognize until it's gone, this message is for you. What makes a chosen one? Let's start with what we're really talking about here. A chosen one isn't defined by fame, fortune, or outward success. It's something far more profound than that. You know that person who walks into a room and somehow the entire energy shifts. Not because they're loud or demanding attention, but because there's something about their presence that just feels different. That's you. As a chosen one, you carry a unique constellation of qualities that most people spend their entire lives searching for. It's in the way you listen, not just hearing words, but understanding the emotions beneath them. It's in the way you see people, not their masks or personas, but their authentic selves, sometimes even before they see it themselves. Your empathy runs deeper than most. You have this almost uncanny ability to sense what someone needs before they even ask. When someone sits across from you, sharing their struggles, you don't just offer surface-level advice. You dive into the depths of their experience, connecting with the core of who they are. This isn't something you learn from a book or a course. It's woven into the fabric of your being. And when people experience this level of understanding from you, something shifts inside them. They feel seen. They feel valued. They feel less alone in this world. The power of your authenticity. Here's what makes you truly magnetic: your refusal to wear a mask. In a world obsessed with curated images and carefully constructed personas, you show up as you are. Messy, imperfect, real. And paradoxically, this authenticity is what draws people to you like moths to a flame. Think about it. How many people do you encounter each day who are genuinely being themselves? Most of us have learned to hide, to present only the polished versions of who we are. We craft our social media posts, rehearse our conversations, and carefully manage how others perceive us. But not you. When you speak, your words carry weight because they come from a place of truth. When you share your struggles, others feel permission to share theirs. When you celebrate your victories without pretense, others feel inspired to pursue their own. Your authenticity creates something rare in this world: a safe space. A space where others can drop their defenses, let down their guard, and simply be. This is why your connections run so deep. You're not just building relationships on shared interests or convenient circumstances. You're connecting soul to soul. And here's the beautiful ripple effect: when people experience this level of authenticity from you, they begin to embrace their own. They start questioning their own masks. They begin asking themselves, why am I hiding? Why can't I be as genuine as they are? Your authenticity becomes contagious, spreading through your relationships and touching lives in ways you may never fully realize. The strength within your scars. Let's talk about something important: your resilience. Every chosen one has walked through fire. You've faced challenges that would have broken lesser spirits. You've navigated darkness that threatened to consume you. You've carried burdens that felt too heavy to bear. But here's what separates you: you didn't just survive. You transformed. Those scars you carry, they're not badges of shame, they're evidence of your strength. Every obstacle you've overcome has added depth to your character, wisdom to your perspective, and compassion to your heart. You understand suffering not as a concept, but as a lived experience. And this understanding makes you infinitely more capable of helping others through their own struggles. Your resilience shows people what's possible. When they see what you've overcome, when they hear your story and witness your strength, something awakens within them. They begin to believe that maybe, just maybe, they too can survive their challenges. They too can emerge stronger. But your resilience isn't just about bouncing back. It's about staying true to yourself through the chaos. No matter what storms have battered you, you've maintained your core essence. You haven't let hardship harden your heart or dim your light. This consistency, this unwavering commitment to who you are, is remarkable. When others are struggling, you don't just offer empty platitudes. You sit with them in their pain because you know what pain feels like. You hold space for their transformation because you've experienced transformation yourself. You believe in their ability to overcome because you've done it yourself, time and time again. The depth of connection you create. Now let's explore something crucial, the relationships you build. When you connect with someone, it's not superficial. You don't do small talk for long before diving into what really matters. You ask the questions others are afraid to ask. You explore the territories others avoid. You create intimacy not through grand gestures, but through genuine curiosity and presence. People who enter your world often describe the experience as profound. They feel like you see them, truly see them, in a way nobody else has. You recognize their potential before they do. You acknowledge their struggles without judgment. You celebrate their victories with genuine joy. These aren't casual friendships or convenient acquaintances. These are soul-deep connections that change people fundamentally. When someone is in relationship with you, whether romantic, platonic, or professional, they experience growth. They confront parts of themselves they've been avoiding. They discover strengths they didn't know they had. They heal wounds they thought were permanent. Your presence acts as a mirror, reflecting back to people their own beauty and potential. But it's not a flattering mirror that hides flaws. It's an honest mirror that shows everything, the light and the shadow, the strength and the vulnerability, the achievements and the areas for growth. This honesty, delivered with compassion, is transformative. You also have this gift of bringing people back to themselves. In a world that constantly tells us to be someone else, to want something different, to strive for an impossible ideal, you remind people of their inherent worth. You help them reconnect with their authentic desires, their true values, their genuine purpose. What happens when they let you go? Here's the hard truth, not everyone is ready for what you offer. Some people will walk away from you. They'll let you go, either because the depth scares them, the growth challenges them, or they simply don't recognize what they have until it's gone. And when they do, they feel it. Oh, they feel it. At first, they might convince themselves they made the right choice. They might throw themselves into other relationships, new projects, endless distractions. They might tell themselves that the connection wasn't that special, that they can find it again with someone else. But slowly, inevitably, the truth settles in. They start noticing that nobody listens the way you did. Nobody understands them the way you did. Nobody challenges them to grow the way you did. They search for that depth in others and come up empty. They try to recreate what they had with you and discover it's impossible. The conversations feel more shallow. The connections feel more temporary. The understanding feels more surface level. Everything feels like a pale imitation of what they once had with you. This realization often comes in quiet moments. Maybe they're sitting with someone new, sharing something vulnerable, and they realize this person doesn't really get it, not the way you would have. Maybe they achieve something significant and instinctively want to tell you, only to remember that you're no longer in their life. Maybe they're struggling, and they catch themselves thinking, I wish I could talk to them about this. The void you leave isn't just about missing a person. It's about missing the sense of being truly known. It's about missing the spiritual connection that fed their soul. It's about missing the version of themselves they were becoming in your presence. Some will reach back out. Some will try to explain, to apologize, to rebuild what was lost. Others will carry the regret silently, incorporating it into their life story as, the one that got away, or, the connection I should have fought for. But here's what you need to understand, their regret doesn't define your worth. Their inability to appreciate you doesn't diminish your value. Their choice to walk away doesn't mean you weren't enough. Your worth stands alone. Let's be absolutely clear about something, your value isn't determined by who recognizes it. You are a chosen one not because everyone sees it, but because it's intrinsically true. Your worth doesn't increase when people appreciate you and doesn't decrease when they don't. It simply is. Some of the most valuable things in this world are overlooked by those who can't recognize their significance. A priceless painting looks like random brushstrokes to someone untrained in art. A profound philosophy sounds like nonsense to someone not ready to hear it. And a chosen one appears ordinary to someone not evolved enough to see their light. This isn't about superiority. It's about alignment. Not everyone will be ready for your depth, your authenticity, your transformative presence. And that's okay. That's their journey, not yours. Your responsibility isn't to convince people of your worth. It's to continue being authentically you, sharing your gifts with those who have eyes to see and ears to hear. It's to honor your own path, even when others don't understand it. It's to trust that the right people, the ones meant to walk alongside you, will recognize what you offer and cherish it accordingly. Moving forward with purpose. So where does this leave you, chosen one? It leaves you with a choice. You can dim your light to make others comfortable, or you can shine brightly and trust that the right people will be drawn to your glow. You can hide your depth to avoid intimidating others, or you can offer it freely and allow those who can swim in deep waters to dive in with you. Being a chosen one isn't always easy. It can be lonely when others don't understand you. It can be frustrating when people don't appreciate what you offer. It can be painful when those you've touched deeply walk away without looking back. But it's also extraordinary. You have the power to transform lives. You create connections that leave permanent marks on people's souls. You inspire growth, facilitate healing, and illuminate possibilities that others couldn't see before you arrived. Your journey as a chosen one is about embracing this role fully, not with arrogance, but with humble acceptance. It's about recognizing that your presence is a gift, your authenticity is a treasure, and your impact is far greater than you may ever fully comprehend. The truth about your impact. Here's something you should know: you've already changed more lives than you realize. There are people who made different choices because of something you said. There are people who found courage because of your example. There are people who healed wounds because you held space for their pain. There are people who discovered their authentic selves because you showed them it was possible. You may never hear about all of these impacts. Some people you've touched will never tell you. But the ripples of your presence extend far beyond your immediate awareness, creating waves of transformation that continue long after your direct involvement has ended. This is the true mark of a chosen one, not the recognition you receive, but the lives you've touched. Not the applause you hear, but the quiet transformations you've sparked. Not the relationships that lasted, but the souls you've awakened. Embrace your journey. As you continue on your path, remember this: you are not meant for everyone, and everyone is not meant for you. Your depth will intimidate some people. Your authenticity will challenge others. Your transformative presence will be too much for those who prefer to stay in their comfort zones. And that's perfectly okay. Your job is not to shrink yourself to fit into spaces too small for your spirit. Your job is to continue being exactly who you are: authentic, empathetic, resilient, and transformative. To offer your gifts freely without attachment to whether they're received. To create deep connections with those who are ready. To walk your path with purpose, knowing that your presence in this world matters more than you may ever fully understand. You are a chosen one. Your light is needed. Your depth is valuable. Your authenticity is inspiring. Your resilience is powerful. And your impact is immeasurable. So embrace your journey, honor your path, and never forget, when people let you go, the void they feel is a testament to the extraordinary gift you are. That void cannot be filled because you are irreplaceable. And while they're searching for what they lost, you'll be continuing your journey, touching new lives, and creating new transformations. That's what chosen ones do. They keep shining, keep connecting, keep transforming. Not for recognition, but because it's who they are. And you, my friend, are exactly who this world needs you to be.